Hi, my name is Emmanuel Barbie. I'm the founder and president of the Grassroots Community Activist Movement. I would like to personally invite you and your friends to celebrate with us our 25th anniversary on November 10th, 2016 on Blog Talk Radio from 10 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Central Time. If you reside in Africa, Canada, or Europe, I believe you are between 6 to 8 hours ahead of our time. Please make arrangements if you want to participate in this event. In time, once I have a place of business, then I will host a live event where my true supporters can gather under one roof, and it will be off the chain. The public number to call is area code 646-668-8698. That's 646-668-8698. And press 1 and you'll be live on the show. You can also connect with me on Skype from 10:30 to 12 a.m. Just send me a friend request on Skype. My screen name is Manuel for Mankind. That's MANWELL, the number 4, MANKIND. For those who want to meet me in person, just send me a friend request to my Facebook page. Just put in my full name. That's Emmanuel Barbie, spelled EMMANUEL. Last name is BARBEE, and include your email address. Then I will make arrangements to meet with you and others at the Harold Washington Library, located at 400 South State Street, Chicago, Illinois. Well, first I want to give a shout out to Miss Naima Latif, who interviewed me on Blog Talk Radio for a whole hour. So thank you for that. That helped me promote my revised book. I also want to give a special shout out to Sister Renee, who is a member of my advisory board and who commutes from Wisconsin to Chicago and attend local events with me to pass out my book flyers. I truly appreciate her dedication in this work with me. Sister Renee and I just need one person in Chicago or someone from the surrounding suburbs to join our board of directors. Then we can start the nonprofit here in Chicago. So I'm still waiting to find someone that's qualified and that's interested in working with us, so that way we could eventually move this virtual organization from behind a computer into a physical building here in Chicago. I created GRCAM on a site called Gopher. My focus then was on empowering inner city youth and their families who I believe is entitled to respect, basic resources, and safety in their own community. I wanted to create a place for black students on college campus to share our experience, exchange ideas, and question ethnical problems within our society. Today I have broadened my perspective to include African immigrants, Afro-Brazilians, and Afro-Caribbeans, as well as non-black sympathizers to participate in this new movement in Black America. I welcome all Christian denominations in the faith, moderate Muslims, and secular people to join me in this organization to help make our society better. The Grassroots Community Activist Movement is currently a virtual Christian socialist organization. Christian socialism is a form of socialism based on the teachings of Jesus. We believe that capitalism is idolatrous and rooted in greed, which some Christian denominations consider a moral sin. The cause of social inequality is due to capitalism. GRCAM is about teaching the healing ministry of Jesus by showing compassion to inner city youth and their families, which will promote dignity to the people and the community we will serve. GRCAM will offer a broad range of programs and services designed to empower and meet the growing needs in the African American community, the African immigrant community, Afro-Brazilian community, and the Afro-Caribbean community. Our mission is to help end urban violence, poverty, structural inequality, institutionalized racism, and police brutality within the communities and cities we will serve if given a chance. Our goal is to bridge the gap between the African American community and the African immigrant community in Chicago. We will teach to our clients and members about commerce, self-reliance, health, unity, and spirituality. We will embrace creative thought and ideas among our clients and members, which will help improve our economic conditions. GRCAM will focus on education, cultural enrichment, social justice, and economic empowerment. We will offer a highly competitive program for our students who are interested in filmmaking, storytelling, and social justice. For 24 years, going on 25, I've been doing my best to find 30 qualified people in my city and online to join my management team, yet still to this day I have no one on my management team. Established black organizations in my city has overlooked my plan to improve our inner cities in Chicago, yet none of these black leaders have a plan to solve our current problems within our community. We see all of this protests and chanting is not working to bring about social change. If I can only connect with positive demonstrators to work with me to get this organization started in Chicago, then we will see real change come about in our inner cities in America. Since 2001, over 4,000 people has been killed in Chicago alone, and as a result, Chicago is currently the murder capital. Mayor Rahm Emanuel planned to reduce urban violence by hiring an additional 500 police officers. He is asking for the community to give his plan a chance. The police cannot solve these social problems alone. It would take community involvement. In order for there to be trust, the mayor needs to remove road cops from the police department. Cameras alone will not solve the issue. For example, in the case of Eric Gardner, who was killed on video just for selling cigarettes, the Richmond County grand jury decided not to indict Officer Daniel, I believe it's pronounced Plantale. I can't pronounce his last name, but it's spelled Pantaleo, for the murder of Eric Gardner. The conventional wisdom is that it's impossible to make real changes to the system because the financial elites are too powerful and the masses are too disorganized, but this isn't true. Anyone who wants to see a road cop be held accountable for their actions once and for all has to grip with the question I posed in my revised book. I provide a detailed roadmap on how my organization will help end urban violence, poverty, and structural inequality, institutionalized racism, and police brutality. But people have to read my story in order to find out, what I'm saying. For example, under our political component, we will create our own independent political party at the local level. We will educate the community and push for community rights by creating our own laws known as community rights and getting those laws on the books, which will be compatible with the dominant culture. Our laws would protect our local residents and give the community a voice and those affected by biases in the current system. We will hold both road cops and urban terrorists accountable for their action in a constructive manner. We will form cooperative alliances beyond the black community so that this organization can be diverse for all people of Chicago and surrounding suburbs. I'm using the only tools I have currently available to me to get my message out to the public. That is my YouTube videos, my social groups, my blog postings, my blog talk radio show, my free webinars I hold on Facebook, Google Plus, and Skype. Yet my message continues to fall on deaf ears. The only thing which is preventing me from turning my virtual organization, GRCAM, into a real business is the lack of manpower in the capital. And that is why I keep re-emphasizing my revised book, quote, The Solution for Black America, Reclaiming, Rebuilding, and Restoring the Urban Ghettos in America, 2nd edition. It's not my burden alone to carry this fight. It's a collective effort. So if I don't have support from people here in my own city where I'm trying to get this organization started, then it's not my fault. Again, it's a collective burden, and I'm trying to connect with like-minded individuals across the United States, regardless of if you live in the inner cities or not. I'm looking for, regardless if you're black or if you're non-black, you could be part of this organization. All I want you to do is read my story first. If you agree, then please connect with me. I provide all my contact information in my book. That's the whole purpose of me writing my book, in order to get my message out there and to bypass these small-minded and people that just want to complain about the social issues but don't want to get involved in solving the social issues in a constructive manner. Once I'm able to generate enough capital from my book sale, I will hire qualified individuals to assist me in the daily operations of my private Christian organization, the Grassroots Community Activist Institute. Our students will learn filmmaking, performing arts, entrepreneurship training, journalism, book writing, and financial literacy. We will offer internships and give stipends to our students and offer private employment to our clients and members based on our budget and sponsorship. We will offer a competitive program for our students who are interested in filmmaking, storytelling, and social justice. GRCAM will help provide support and resources to transform the lives of African American youth, their families, and the community we will serve. In time, we will offer a second chance program for ex-offenders, former gang members, and the homeless. We will offer a wide range of services from child daycare to after-school programs and a recreational center, all under one roof. GRCAM aim is to help create a strong, healthy black community by removing barriers and build a bridge between local police departments and the black community. We will host community events and invite local police and peaceful protesters to have a platform in order to rebuild trust and focus on solving crime within the communities that we will serve. Neighbors can learn how to be neighborly with others so we can improve our inner cities in Chicago and other cities. Our goal is to be caring, approachable, and dependable. My pledge to inner city Chicago residents: none of our members will ever have to endure such humiliation and rejection that I'm experiencing for trying to do something positive in the black community, because I'm going to declare war on this Willie Lynch mentality within the black culture. I'm looking for grassroots local actors, actresses, artists, comedians, dancers, fashion designers, filmmakers, models, musicians, performing artists, poets, gospel singers, and writers. It's my hope that the Grassroots Community Activist Institute could become the hub of the Midwest for aspiring artists and upcoming entrepreneurs. It's my hope that my revised book will get into the hands of angel investors, business partners, Christian entrepreneurs, and social entrepreneurs who will work with me and in getting my for-profit business started in Chicago, as well as getting into the hands of donors, philanthropists, and sponsors who will work with me in starting my nonprofit organization in Chicago. So yes, GRCAM will be two businesses in one. It's going to be a for-profit component as well as a nonprofit component. So that way we can better serve the community that we aim to help. It's unfortunate that it's going to be in these high crime, gang, and drug infested communities. But if nobody else want to do this kind of stuff, I'm willing to do that. Yes, it is organizations that's over there, but they're barely making it, and it's unfortunate. It's not as helpful as and productive as it should be because it's underfunded and all that stuff. But if we want to come in with a new perspective on things, but again, I just want to make sure that before I do anything, that I would have my management team in place first. So that way, everything is not just going to be falling on me. In this organization, it's not about showboating. It's about having the right people that's qualified to do their part to help make this organization effective and successful. And also, it's about building a partnership with at least half of the people in the community to be part of this organization, because after all, it's for them. Again, this is the reason why I went to college. You know, it's not to prove how smart I am, but to have that credibility under my belt. So that way people know that I'm a legitimate professional and that I'm serious about doing something that's not just based on words, trying to prove myself if given an opportunity. But if I don't have my management team in place, then again, you know, all I can do is continue to promote this book so I can generate enough capital to go ahead and move forward. Some of my critics say that I should just write grants, stuff like that, without focusing on the book, but that's a cop-out. Again, in order to start a nonprofit in the state of Illinois, you have to have at least 3 people on your board. Again, it's just me and Sister Renee, and so like I say, again, that's why I'm focusing really hard on this book, just doing what I can, holding these webinars, doing these videos on Blog Talk Radio, passing out flyers at these events in Chicago, just doing what I can. It's unfortunate that a lot of these churches here in Chicago, they're not allowing me to pass out flyers after church services, yet they allow these politicians to come in to encourage the congregation to vote for those career politicians that's running. But that's just how it is, and that's unfortunate. Because I'm getting up in age, I have decided to narrow my focus to only 10 cities rather than 25 cities as mentioned in my revised book. Even if my organization does not come to pass in my lifetime, I want to be remembered through my revised book as someone who was trying to do something positive for my community and for my people that's trapped in American ghettos. Because that's where I came from. I want to make Chicago a model first before we expand to 10 other cities within 10 states. My vision goes beyond Black America. My vision also includes Africa, Brazil, and the Caribbean islands. I plan on having African immigrants in America to assist me in setting up chapters in 10 countries in Africa. And I'm going to personally go over there when I do my African tour. But I want to be established here in America first before I go to Africa. Again, that's for credibility purposes. We will go through the proper channels to get the proper channels with the governments in Africa to start my NGO, non-government organization. We will offer private employment to our clients and members based on our budget and sponsorship. We will provide infrastructure for clean running waters, agricultural technology to feed the people, and most of all, help improve the African economy. That's the reason I want to expand my organization over there. To really focus on people that lives outside of the city. They call it the rural areas or the interior. And I want to build connections with them that's over there. So that way they can feel included because it's for them in the first place. And to help our people that's in poverty over there. That they don't have to just lay down and die. We will help with clinics and all that stuff. But again, I got to start it. Charity begins at home. I got to help my people that's trapped in American ghettos first. That's what my Creator put on my heart, and that's the whole reason I'm trying to do this stuff. I'm not doing this to be seen. That's why I'm not looking for these celebrities to come on board. That's fine if they do, but I'm not going to beg nobody to work with me in that area. This is geared toward ordinary law-abiding citizens, and that's my focus, and that's who I'm trying to reach out to. It's unfortunate that a lot of African Americans or Black Americans are focusing a lot on the Obama administration to help with this urban violence here in Chicago. Unfortunately, the Obama administration is focusing on bathroom rights for transgender people, and that's a priority for them, their administration, as opposed to public safety, what's going on. So again, I still like President Obama in terms he's a great guy and all that stuff, but again, with the current election taking place between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, I favor Hillary Clinton, but again, both, as I say in the book, both of those parties were created by the financial elite, so it's really no real choice. It still keep people, it helps maintain the status quo. And that's why I want us to focus in this organization about starting our own independent political party at the local level. And it can be done, but again, that's up to the people in the community. It's unfortunately too that a lot of our brothers and sisters think that everything is a scam. Everything is not a scam. Again, I'm not asking for any donations. I just want people to read my story and share it with their family and their friends, their place of worship, and also at their community center. Because again, 25 years or 24 years, going on 25, is a long time. So I have my stuff out there. But this is spiritual warfare. And again, I'm the founder and president of this organization, so I am trying to make much noise as I can on my end, and I just hope that 2017 that I can get this organization started. I really wish that takeoff. It's been on Amazon now for 4 years, and it's still barely selling. But if I can get this book to be on that bestsellers list, and even if I earn $100,000, that's a start. But I just want to do my best to articulate my message, but I really need people to read this story, because that's where it's all at. And even though I am an unknown person here in Chicago, so to speak, because I'm not a celebrity, I'm not famous, but I have a global audience, so I'm grateful for that, and I thank God for that, my Creator. We will also expand to Brazil and the Caribbean islands. Our community will be built on values of faith, community, service, stewardship, and growth, with friendship at the center of everything we do. GRCAM is about making our urban communities better, healthier, and stronger. GRCAM is also about building a strong, unified global community and providing basic resources to families that want to utilize our programs and services. GRCAM is open to all law-abiding citizens, all racial groups, and undiscovered artists. GRCAM is private in order for me to weed out small-minded individuals and people who care less about inner-city youth and their families. This is my contribution back to my community, society, and throughout the African diaspora. Our motto: no God, no peace. No God, no peace. Peace over violence. Before I end my video, I just want my viewers to know that I'm still looking for 30 individuals within the United States who have read my story and agree with my plan to improve our inner cities and who meet the qualifications I'm looking for. I ask for those persons to please make yourself known to me. Again, I provide all my contact information in the book. I'm also still looking for a legitimate film director and producer to work with me in turning my revised book into a motion picture. As soon as I have my film crew in place, I will post that information on my the different social networks I'm on. If you have purchased my revised book and you agree with my plan, and if you are active, one of my active group members, I will give you an opportunity to participate in our open auditions for my urban Christian film based on my revised book when that time comes. If you are selected by our panel, then I would discuss compensation with you. At this time, it's only for U.S. citizens. Bible references: Matthew chapter 18, verse 19 through 20. Again, I say unto you that if two of you shall agree on earth touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. If there, for where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins and will heal their land. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Those are the 3 verses that confirms my organization I'm trying to get established here in Chicago. Again, thank thank you for watching this video. Again, just read my story. If you agree, then I want to hear from you. Those that disagree, you're entitled to your opinion, but I don't have time to debate with you. I mean, it is what it is. If you disagree, if you don't want to be part of this, the solution, or be part of this new movement that I'm trying to start, then that's on you. Thank you all again for watching this video. Please share it with your family and friends. And most of all, please read my book. And I hope to hear from you all out there to participate in my Blog Talk radio show sometimes, or connect with me on Skype. And eventually, those of you who are able to meet with me in person, you can meet me at the Harold Washington Library. But again, just send me your email address to my Facebook page. Okay, take care of yourself, and be safe out there. It's a crazy world nowadays. So everybody just have to be careful. It's not just only in the inner cities that you have to worry about being attacked. You could be attacked anywhere now. Schools. And you can't just run away from this problem. It's not just in Chicago. It's all over America. And we want to take back this country in a positive way, starting in the inner cities, and that's my calling, and other things that other Christians do. I want to partner with them to help just bring our country back to the Lord, because this is what we're called to do, to help advance His kingdom. And so I'm ready to lead. I've been ready to lead, and again, I'm not going to share the limelight. I mean, I am going to share the limelight. I'm not trying to just hold it for myself. It's about it's about working as a team. And that's what I want to teach people in my organization, teamwork. And that it's not just going to be one person hoarding the show. It's going to be a collective effort. So that way everybody wins and everybody eats. Also, to get in contact with me, I provide all my contact information under the comment section below this video. So I'm going to have my revised book, the link where you can find that book, as well as my Blog Talk radio show, the link to that. And also I'm going to try to include my Facebook, where you can connect with me on Facebook, my page to Facebook. And I'm looking forward to talking to people that's interested in hearing what I have to say. I only want to talk to people that's, again, like-minded, and people that want real change at the local level. I got time to be talking to people that just want attention, just want to complain just to be complaining. I'm on a mission. Too many of our children are being killed in the streets. I salute the positive police officers that's doing a good job out there, because we do need police officers. Matter of fact, I want to hire me some quality security guards, so that way people could be safe when they're in our facilities. And we're also going to have cameras around, and we're going to also screen people, so that way we don't have hardened criminals, we don't have active gang members coming up in there, and urban terrorists, because not all black Americans or African Americans are like that, and I'm one of them, and there's many more. And that's what I want to show society and people around the world, that it is positive black people that's, I would say, non-celebrities, but everything, all the negative people are getting all the attention, and that's unfortunate. And that's why I want to, for us to get into the media, start our own media, and eventually create our own films and plays, and show up the best of black culture, because our culture has been hijacked by hardened criminals and thugs that want to portray that they are the only voice in the black community, and that's not what I want to portray.